Hello everybody, today I'm going to be teaching you how to program in Lua. So first off, what we're going to do is we're going to print hello world within Lua. So to be able to print hello world in Lua, first of all, we need to type in print. Then we type double colon. Then we type hello world. So we type print, then we type hello world. Now we have hello world within our output. If you run the application, you'll get hello world. Nice. So that's your first program. But now what we can do is we can go hello var equal variable, hello variable equals hello world. So now what we've done here is we basically declared a variable called hello var, which contains a string that says hello world. So now when I try to hello var, we get hello world. Yeah, so we'll get hello world. So you can also print variables within the print operation or print method. So now let's say I was to go number equals 10. So we have a variable called number and equals 10. So now what I'd want to do is I could go comma number, and now we have hello world 10. Or in this case, what we can do is we can do double full stop number, and then we get hello world 10. So those are the two different ways you can basically be working with variables when you're trying to print them. So now that we've figured out how to declare a variable and how to print a variable, now let's try and figure out how to control these bits of data. So what we can do now is I can go if number is greater 3, then print number is big. So now what it basically does is we check if number, which is 10, is greater than 3. So 10, if 10 is greater than 3, which is true, then we print number is big. So this is how if statements are usually laid out. So it's like if condition, then statement, end. This is basically how if statements are made. So they need a condition to compare to actually function. So if it becomes true, then what it will do is it will run any statement within this body. So if it's true, it will run any statement within this body, in the if statement body. If it's false, it won't run it at all. So if I go if number is less than 3, it will be false. This is false, so it jumps over this statement, so it doesn't even run. That's pretty much how if statements work in a nutshell. Okay, so now that we have that in mind, let's say I was to declare what? Player. So I go player equals curly braces. So what we've done here is we've basically created a table. Tables are very powerful in Lua, and you're going to be using these a lot. So it's very good to learn how to use them. Just saying, they make everything around Lua, so they're really useful. So now let's declare health equals 100. So we've declared a health variable. Name equals name, comma, what else is alive equals true. So to access these variables, what you'd want to do is you wouldn't want to just go print then health, because what it would do is it would output nil. Because when you go print health, Lua is basically trying to find health, but it's looking. So what it's doing is it doesn't see player. So this basically doesn't exist. So let me just like get that out. So we have print health. So it's trying to look for health, but health hasn't been declared anywhere. So what ends up happening is it ends up getting declared, ends up making its own declaration. So we accidentally made a new variable called health, and it contains the value called nil. So ideally you want to ignore these, you want to avoid these types of scenarios because they can really make things difficult for you. So you really want to handle your variables correctly. Yeah, so you want to handle your variables correctly. So to access health, you'd want to go player dot health. So we go player, then we use full stop, which allows us to access any variable in here. In tables, we can basically access numbers, number, data types, string data types, booleans, bool data types, even functions as well. So you can go attack function, what? Wow. Even functions as well. So tables are very powerful because you can literally contain number data types, string data types, full data types, and even functions. Then you can even contain user data types as well. But in most cases, you're gonna be using these ones. So now let's say I was to go player dot tag. It would run out. It basically run out. In fact, I don't even need like value in there. So player dot tag we do want. So now let's say we wanted to check if player is alive. So let's make a function. So what you can do to create a function is you can go function is alive, value, and then go value greater, no, less than or equal to 0. If value is less than or equal to 0, then return true, then we end. Then otherwise it will just return false, right? So here I can go if player dot is alive, player dot health, right? So we go is alive player dot health, right? Then so then we go player is alive. Okay, so in this case it's not showing anything because it's a logical error. So it should be if value is greater than, so it shouldn't even like be that. So that's my bad. If value is greater than 0, then return true. Oh, true. Else it'll just return false. So now it's like player is alive. So far we've basically gone through how to create a table. We've gone through how to create an if statement. We've gone through how to create your own function. And now an important concept that you need to know is how to manage your variables. So let's say if I was to go local health equals player.health, right? So we have local health here, right? So logically speaking, if it's declared local health, if we've declared health here, then surely we can use it outside of the if statement, right? So let's go print health. But now what ends up happening is it ends up showing nil instead. So it's the same thing as I said before. So what ends up happening is health is trying to look for a global variable. So it's trying to search for health. So it's looking in the if statement, it doesn't find health anywhere. It's looking here, well, it doesn't look there actually. So it's basically searching the entire program for health, but health doesn't exist. So what ends up happening is it just ends up being automatically assigned nil. But if we were to just go, what? Health, if we went health equals player.health, then we would get 100 as we did before, because now this is a global variable. This is now a global variable that we can use. So health equals 100, and now we can use it as we please. But in this case, if we use local, and let me run it again, it will show nil, because health is only constrained within this if statement. So if I was to do print health, and let me just run it again, print health, it will show 100 again. It will show 100 because it's called within the if statement. So it's a great way of managing variables and everything. It just keeps everything organized. It keeps your program organized. So whenever you're programming, try to utilize local, because you don't want situations where you unknowingly change variables that you didn't mean to change, and it just becomes very difficult for you in the long run when you're working on bigger projects. So yeah, so right now let's recap everything. We've gone through how to declare a variable, we've gone through how to declare tables, we've gone through the different types of data types that you can use and exist in Lua. There are more that you can use in Lua, but these are the ones that I've mentioned so far. We talked about how to print variables, and yeah, we pretty much covered the basics of how you program in Lua. So what I want you to do is, after this video, what I want you to do is try to make a quiz program or text adventure game. Just any sort of project, so that you can try and internalize some of these ideas that we discussed. Because I don't want you to just go through this tutorial, then go to like another tutorial, just trying to zoom through and learn everything. So with just what we've covered so far, I want you to try and make a quiz game or a text adventure game, or just whatever you feel is comfortable. So yeah, thank you for watching the video, and I will see you next time.